All right, welcome to season 2, episode 1.5. We'll try this for a second time of the Danielle Bachelorette Party welcome video featuring Patrick, Gary, and the Make Danielle Fun Again hat.
And my garden, obviously.
Nice. We tried to record this once, didn't go well, so we'll second time's a charm, as they always say, right?
Well, the banter went well. The recording part didn't. That was the big issue.
And hopefully this is the only time we'll be doing this for a second time. No backseas for the Spang-Strohmeyer marriage.
And I can't afford these flights every couple of years. I can't be unless Kelsey and Brittany get married in the next couple of years. Then I'll have to find the money, obviously.
Well, you'll have to find the money. They'll have to find the boyfriends or girlfriends.
Oh, yeah, we don't discriminate here.
No, we do not. We are an LGBTQ plus friendly podcast.
Yep.
We need to welcome Chelsea, aka Kelsey, Brittany, Brad, Spang's sister, I think her name is Danny, Rem, Kelly. Spang says one of her other friends, so welcome Danielle's other friend. Nice to meet
Does
you.
Spang not even know her name?
We might be throwing him in here. And then Elaine and Kara.
Oh, Kara, what legend. Eileen. Come on, Eileen.
Come on, Eileen.
Not literally.
All right, so we've been asked to make this video by Chelsea as a welcome video. Now, I'm sure she has some quiz questions for you, Danielle, because you are a quiz master. You love quizzing people. But we have some quiz questions that we came up on our own that we'll ask you. We'll ask the question, then you can pause the video. We'll give you a couple seconds. You can give the answer. And if you get it correct, then maybe the girls will do something. And if you get it wrong, maybe a consequence.
Or forfeit.
Or forfeit. Any good consequences or forfeit suggestions, guys?
There's a B there. One that I thought of would be because Danielle's very active on Twitter. I get notifications from her every day. Is that someone in the group could take hold of her Twitter and send out a nice tweet? Maybe something about education. The other thing is, obviously, if you've got any alcohol around, which I'm sure you do, Kelly's probably brought it. You could have some kind of consequences. Maybe 2 fingers.
Well, they are in California. That is where Napa is, Gary. I know your geography isn't the best.
I thought it was in Spain. So, I thought she was going to Ibiza Rocks or something.
Going to Barcelona.
I could only imagine Danielle in Ibiza holding her curriculum maps.
All right. Moving on to some of these quiz questions for Danielle. So these questions, we've done a little digging. Some will have to do with our past, and some will be some general knowledge questions. All right, so first quiz question. On December 5th, you, Danielle, moved to Portland to help Spang pursue his lifestyle of golfing and gaming. On this day in 1933, the 18th Amendment was repealed with the ratification of the 21st Amendment. The question is, what was the 18th Amendment all about? So you can pause it, come up with an answer. If you get it correct, then awesome. If not, consequence or forfeit. Gary, any guesses to what the 18th Amendment is in the U.S. Constitution?
I don't know what the Constitution is. Something about Taco Bell. Maybe about Taco Bell opening hours.
Nope, it was prohibition. So the banning of alcohol.
To be fair, Danielle would have probably enjoyed that.
Second quiz question. In 2017, the Shanghai Strohmeyer clan and friends traveled to Sanya for Christmas. Whilst in the pool, Danielle can be seen riding an inflatable. When showed the picture, she went exclaimed, "A chicken!" The question is, what animal was Danielle actually floating on? All right, guys, any thoughts?
It was either a unicorn or a flamingo.
Correct. It's like we've gone over these quiz questions once before. So as you can see from this picture, it was a unicorn. I think there was a flamingo in a picture Danielle sent us, but we couldn't find it on Facebook. All right, Gary, do you have any quiz questions?
Yes, oh, bloody hell, there's a bee on me. I do have some quiz questions, yes. So mine will not be historical because, well, I guess they are historical because they're not happening now, but they won't be historical because I'm not very clever, as Danielle knows. So mine was about Facebook because I like to stalk people on Facebook, and I've been through everyone's profile pictures, photoshopped them, you name it, gone back to where they went to college. I know everything about everyone. But I just want to see how much notice Danielle is taking to Spang's Facebook. And I'm asking you, Danielle, do you know what Spang's relationship status is on Facebook? So, Mr. Patrick, what do you think?
I think it would be. It's complicated with Logan Garrett's.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. They do like the golfing. But no, Danielle probably knows this because she loves him. She's probably been looking at his Facebook all the time. When she takes a break from Twitter. But his relationship status is in fact single.
Woo.
So, is that like a married or engaged man going to the bar with no ring on? Maybe not.
All right, we'll do another quiz question. Danielle, you have come to Patrick's, mine, rescue many times throughout our friendship. Can you remember the first time when I called you in a sheer blind panic? So what was the context of me calling you, asking you for help? All right, Gary, any thoughts?
Not too sure, but I think it's probably something about work. So I'm going to go for you couldn't get your comments in or your grades in on time at SHSID, because that's the most important thing that's ever happened.
Yes, it is the most important thing that's ever happened, but no, that was not the first time. So I bought a bike at Decathlon at night, and the maps weren't working on my phone, so I couldn't get back to school. So I called Danielle because I was lost, and from the bar, she had to direct me back to school campus. So thank you for that, Danielle.
She's always been very helpful. Do you remember that time? Do you remember that time we tried to get to Boxing Cat from the campus, and instead of taking us to Fushing, the taxi driver took us to Fushing Island, and Danielle had to ring up the taxi driver and guide him to Yongfulu, Fushing.
Yep, I do remember that. Impressive you
3
remember
hours.
those cross streets after 4 years.
I remember everything, Patrick. My mum's pulling faces at me.
Well, you remember everything, but let's see if Danielle remembers your second quiz question about the Nashville trip.
Okay, so I traveled across to the bright lights of the US in the summer of 2018. It had been a great year for me. We went to Indiana and then we drove down to Nashville, and we stopped off on a very famous American restaurant. Now, Danielle was quite happy for us to go sit inside. She had no problems that we sat down eating our meal, taking a little bit of time just to rest. We'd had a long journey at that point. We'd been driving for all of 20 minutes. So, we needed a break. But does Danielle remember the restaurant that we were sat in and the one that she pulled Spang out by the ear? So do you remember the name of the restaurant, Danielle? You can pause now. Mr. Patrick, you were there. You had your shorts off. Do you remember what restaurant it was?
The shorts were on in the restaurant. They were off in the car ride because you're not enjoying a long car ride, unless you are in your kegs. I believe it was Chick-fil-A, or as you would pronounce it, Chick-fil-A.
Yep, Chick-fil-A. Very good. Right, so have you got another question?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. But yeah,
the girls will have other questions, I'm sure.
Yeah, and they'll have loads of games to play. They don't want us blocking up the time. Anyway, we're probably cutting into valuable drinking time, and valuable time for Danielle to be tweeting about various education and governmental matters on Twitter. I do enjoy the notifications, get them very regularly. She can go tweet out to her 228 followers. But yeah, Danielle, I hope you have a good weekend. I'm not going to say the word again because I can't say it. So I hope you drink lots of wine, have a good time in Napa. Kelly, you just keep it nice and tidy. Brittany, you're good. Just do your stuff. Bit of whiskey. Kelsey, stay off the tables. And come on, Eileen. Remington, have a good time. Hot girl summer. But yeah, just have a good one.
Kara.
Oh yeah, Kara's there, isn't she? Kara's there, lovely. I love you. Get me a gig in Nashville if you can. If you can't, that's okay. I still, I won't be upset. But if you can, just have a good one. And the rest of the party, enjoy your weekend.
Spang's sister.
Spang's sister. She should really have a name in all of this. She's part of the family.
I think it's Danny.
Was it Spang that didn't tell us his sister's name?
He just said my sister.
My sister. That's ridiculous. Classic Spang. It's just amazing that he took his headphones off. Just shouting.
We tried voice calling it. We tried video calling him, and he said he was gaming.
Yeah, which translates to shouting to other nerds online. So yeah.
Anything for Brad?
No, Bradley, I don't think I've met you, but I did see you on the video call once, and you seem like a lovely chap. So you just have a really good weekend. You keep Danielle safe because you know how she gets on the drink.
And what about as Spang said, one of her other friends?
Yeah, I feel bad for this other friend because she's nameless. So hopefully by the end of the weekend, maybe I could have an update on her name. Maybe we need to tell Spang what her name is as well, because that'd be a bit embarrassing at the wedding, wouldn't it, if he doesn't know Danielle's friends' names. So anyway, that's an out from me. But yeah, Mr. Patrick might have a few words.
Danielle, have a fantastic time. Have a fantastic Bachelorette party. Hope all the girls and Brad have a good one as well. Remember Pat Malarkey's tip for drinking: you can't get drunk off of white wine unless you want to.
I could probably have done it many times.